So you, in terms of that, you did not, Peter Obi did not convince you enough about how practical.
Him and his team, I don't think, had practical ideas about the digital economy or even the expertise to run these things.
So the issue of production that he was advocating for.
Well, he's advocating manufacturing. We're never going to compete with China. I think it's very important for everybody to understand that we cannot be competitive in agriculture or manufacturing because we simply lack the infrastructure, period. And I think we should just stop barking up that tree. There's just no way that we're going to produce more than China produces. It will always be cheaper for us to buy from China than for us to produce it in Nigeria for many things.
So we should just focus on what matters.
Focus on making revenue, right? You're broke. Why bother about making spoons for yourself when you can go work, get a salary, and buy food and spoons? Let's generate FX. Then we can worry about production later.
Hello, everyone. I'm sure you saw that interesting take over there, and I see this happening a lot. This happens a lot. It's almost as if the conversation doesn't revolve around Peter Obi, there really isn't a conversation. And one of the things that people are so desperately doing is to keep saying that he wouldn't have done better. Peter Obi wouldn't have done this. Peter Obi wouldn't have done that. Who are you trying to convince yourself? I mean, decision has been made. This is election. Election has been done. It's over 2 years that election was done with. We are in 2025. This is March 2025, right? And by May, it will be 2 years that Tinubu was sworn into office after he had rigged the election. So why don't you focus on the things that Tinubu has done? That should be more important than focusing on the fact that, Peter Obi either didn't convince you very well or Peter Obi didn't do one thing or the other very well. This is not about Peter Obi, his conviction about whatever. This is about you, your life. How is your life now? Are you getting value for your votes? That's what should matter. Are you being treated the way citizens should be treated? That's what should matter. And if that's okay for you, then that should be it. But trying to justify it, you hear this conversation a lot that people have. Some of them will be telling you things like, even if it's Peter Obi that was there, things wouldn't have changed. Even if it's Peter Obi that was there, this wouldn't have done that. Even if it's Peter, it is not Peter Obi that is there. It is Bola Ahmed Tinubu that is there. The failure you are seeing, put it out. The anger you are feeling, put it out. Stop saying that if it's Peter, if it is a Peter Obi that will be there, even if it's Peter Obi that will be there. The other time, I think it saw someone called, is it Charles Maduka or something like that, that came out and he too was talking his own, that if it's Peter Obi, it is not Peter Obi. Can you deal with what is on ground now? That's what the issue is. When Peter Obi enters, we will drag him, we will hold him and drag him. Right now, the person that is failing, don't use it and say if you are saying even if he's seeing, that means you know that the person who is there right now has failed and failed woefully. I think I'm going to look for that video, if I'm not mistaken, of that Coach Charlie saying his own. Just take a look at this.
I believe with no ambiguity that we are on the right direction. People, I'm in Nigeria, people have asked me, would this country, would Peter Obi have done anything different if he won the election? I said no. He would have removed subsidy. From day one also. Naira need to find his value. But you know, it's hard for me to say this because you're a rich man. What are you talking? But what I'm saying is that the government should be more disciplined to use the money they have removed in the subsidy to put it in infrastructure. So that people that you have taken from them, those who are flying private jet from subsidy money, their business is spoiled. But if you collect that money from them and squander it yourself and put it in a venture that is favorite in itself, you are from the same tomb to another tomb. You are still in the same graveyard. You haven't go anywhere. But you can harness this money now and put them in infrastructure where Nigerian citizens will get the benefit of it. The borrowing of a country is not a problem. What is a problem is, are you borrowing for capital development? Are you borrowing for infrastructural development? Because it will pay back for itself. But if you are borrowing to take a second wife, if you are borrowing to share money for poverty alleviation, you are deepening the hole that after we got inside, nobody can bring us out. So there is some level of discipline that is required to curtail excesses from the government. Are we in the right direction?
It seems
yes.
as if this is the way that some people are able to console themselves with the disaster that Tinubu is, and with the whole fact that the whole economy has been messed up. You see the way things are going in the country. It's unbelievable, to the extent where Buhari now seems as a better option. I can't imagine that Buhari being better than anyone in this life. It's an unbelievable thing, but sadly those are the things that we are seeing right now, and I think people should just focus on that and just focus on what is on ground. Focus on the person that is dealing with you. Stop bringing Peter Obi into it, Peter Obi not into it, and whatever, however. But anyway, some people, that's the only way that some people, that's the only way that they can get done with whatever it is that they are doing. So it is what it is. We'll continue to beat around the bush and continue to play ostrich. At the end of the day, whatever happens in the country affects every one of us. People sit down and think that oh no, it doesn't concern us. Oh, as long as they have money, as long as they do this, as long as they have that. Some of them have families, they have other passports, they are not of that. Well, one thing that I know for sure is that Nigeria has capacity to deal with anyone, no matter where you think you are, how much you think you've gone far. So if we keep supporting all the nonsense that happen around in our country, it's only a matter of time. Sooner or later, it's going to get to all of us. And one of the things also is that when karma comes, it doesn't bring receipt. It doesn't tell you that, hey, this is happening because of this. You just see things happening, you don't remember, you don't relate them. But I absolutely believe that there is one, and let's keep going, everybody. And by the way, this is one thing I've always said all the time. I'm going to repeat it here again. Everybody have the right to vote whoever they want to vote, whether it's a good candidate, it's a bad candidate, it's whatever, it's their right. Nobody owes anybody any vote. My own is that when you vote, stand on it. This is what I voted, or I voted. Don't go and be making excuses with other this thing and say this, that. Nobody of course should question you about your vote, but focus on the person that you voted for rather than the person that you didn't vote for. At this moment, Tinubu is the disaster in power, so focus on that. It doesn't matter whether whatever Peter Obi did not do. It's over 2 years. Let's grow up.